We've been out for maybe 2 weeks, and things are good. Metallica shows are huge and awesome and fun, and it's great to hang out with those guys. It's nice to know that they like us and our band. It's very kind of flattering, you know, for us, for them to choose us. And then the off-day shows that we're doing, like here tonight, they've all been sold out. It's great. It's the first time with Wrath, the new record, on Roadrunner, you know, with the new label, and the old label was not very good in Europe at all, so we can tell the difference right away. Yeah. Hard to do, but we've been around for 15 years. We have 1 live records and 6 studio records, 3 DVDs. We've been doing very similar kind of heavy metal for a very long time. We've become a pretty big band in the U.S., and because of problems with the label, we're basically starting kind of again here in Europe. And if you've never heard of us, there's a lot of, in metal, there's a lot of categories, you know, like different black metal, metalcore, or whatever. I think we are very hard to describe because we take things from all of these different parts, you know, even from stuff from Sabbath to, you know, to real new black metal. We listen to everything. So all of these things find their way into our music. We kind of have different influences. Everyone listens to different kinds of music. Our Mark, our guitar player, plays also in a country band at home. So, yeah, when we come together, we don't all want to sound like Slayer or Megadeth or Pantera or something. We want to do something a little unique for us, you know? So it's a bit hard to describe, but if you like metal, I think you'll like Lamb of God. Yes,
your influence.
Yeah, many. Of course, growing up, I listened to the Megadeth stuff, the early Metallica stuff, Testament, bands like that, the kind of the Bay Area thrash bands.
The 90s thrash metal bands.
And then I kind of got into more of the progressive stuff, and jazz drummers and stuff like this. And so I didn't really start playing drums until I was 21. So I was listening to all kinds of different things, so from the Police to Billy Cobham in Mahavishnu Orchestra, but then I crank Slayer, you know, and have a few beers. So I listen to a lot of things, and I think we bring influences that are not just only metal into our music, and I think that helps us maybe sound a little bit different than some other bands that only listen to metal all the time. So I love metal, and I listen to it a lot, but I think it's important to listen to other things too. It's been really overwhelmingly positive. We didn't know what to expect because we didn't work with the same producer that we had on the last 2 records, and we really wanted to kind of self-produce this and get someone young in to engineer and help us kind of make us sound good. So it was kind of a risky move that we trusted ourselves to make the record that we wanted to make and not try to sell a bunch of records or get more girls to come to the shows or anything like this. We just wanted to make a really heavy record, and I think our fans and the media, some of them expected us to maybe sell out a little bit and go for the radio song or something. And I think they were very happy that we didn't. And that this record is maybe even heavier than the last record. So the reviews have been great. In the U.S. it was number 2 on the Billboard charts. In Canada it was number 1. In the UK it was number 5. In most of Europe it was in the top 10. So it surprises me that a band this heavy and this heavy of a record can get into those kinds of numbers. But we're obviously very proud. We write all together, all of us, except maybe Randy will come in later once the music is done to put lyrics on. And we focused on creating, on this record, our previous record, Sacrament, was an experiment in production, So we try different things and make sounds huge, bigger than life, a band. And so on this record, our focus was to kind of streamline things, get rid of all the studio magic, and just try to make it sound more like uptight metal band. Yeah, okay, no fake stuff. And we never had, sing along and keyboards and stuff like this, but this one was going to be, guitars, drums, vocals, nothing funny. And we wanted to write stuff that we wanted to get back into the kind of maybe the mind frame of the aggressive band that we were before we learned all these things about the studio. And we didn't want a producer coming in and saying, oh, we think you need to do this one more time, or the chorus has to be longer. And stuff. So the focus was to do it our way and to try to make it, in our sense, heavier than the last record. We did the same thing on Sacrament, and it was my idea to, because I love fooling around in the studio and taking different things and making different things happen. And there was a record years and years ago, Remanufacture, which was the Fear Factory demanufacture record that a bunch of DJs redid. And I mean, I wasn't necessarily into the dance music, but I always thought it would be cool if I could get access to the different things. Even when I was when I first started listening to metal, I thought, King Diamond, the band was awesome, but I couldn't stand to listen to him singing. And now, of course, I love it. I've grown up and appreciate it. But when I first listened to it, I wish I could find a way to take off the singing and listen to what the band was doing, because they were doing such cool stuff underneath. So this was a way to kind of, it does many things. We did a contest for a remix, of all the tracks, and also I think for people that are learning to play, they can isolate, things and learn very slowly, what it is. And also for people at home that are maybe starting to work with computer recording software, here's some cool sounds that you can mess with and chop up and learn kind of how to use this stuff. So it was just, I didn't think it was going to maybe sell records or anything, but I thought for the people that were into more of the behind the scenes, I thought that would be a cool extra.
And the people can work with it, with this material.
I don't know. I think we came together and we made a certain kind of music, and that's what we know that we are good at doing. So that has been pretty consistent through all the records. And I think it's going to, this record, we're all very happy with it, and I think it's going to be very difficult to do something better. Every time we do an album, it's very important for us we kind of sit down and make sure that we all believe that it's better than the last one. It doesn't mean faster or slower or heavier or lighter. It doesn't mean any of that. But if we believe that we are growing as a band and as individuals, as players, if something is better than the last, then we'll continue. If we cannot agree that it's not, then we have agreed to stop, so that the catalog stays.
It's a program.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yes. I think that if I understand your question right, there's a song on this album, Wrath, called "In Your Words." Yeah. And when I listen to that song, I am just amazed that I'm in this band, because that is the sound and the type of song that I have wanted to write with a metal band since we started. So it's very much straight in line with where we wanted to, or where I at least wanted the band to go and to sound like. Okay. We practice a lot, and we do different exercises that maybe work that stuff out. But in every riff that we do, we take our time. It's a very slow process. If Willie comes in and says he's going, then I learn the pattern, and that could take not that pattern, but to get that tight, sometimes it will take us 2 weeks, and that's just maybe 2 seconds in one song. So but we take the time, and we make sure, especially in the recording process, that everything is lined up perfectly. And it's not easy to do, but I think the sound in the end is worth it.